Arginine is the answer to the sexual revolution. Time magazine had an entire issue dedicated to sex, and they said making love can boost the heart, relieve pain, and help keep you healthy, which is a lot of good news for a lot of people. 80% of sexual dysfunction is directly attributable to nitric oxide failure, according to the New England Journal of Medicine. Science magazine said scientists proved definitively that nitric oxide translates to sexual potency, and arginine can improve a woman's sexual desire and overall satisfaction, according to a Stanford study. So not only men will benefit, but also the ladies. What about black Americans and why they're 5 times more likely to suffer from cardiovascular disease? Well, Dr. Thaddeus Smolinski and his team performed a study at Ohio State University and actually published it in Circulation. And what they did was they took 24 Americans, black Americans, white Americans, separated them and studied them, and this is what they discovered. The cardiovascular system of the black subjects have more enzymes to produce nitric oxide and can be more efficient than those of white subjects. Now you should be saying to me, well, wait a minute, Dr. Harry, you said nitric oxide is the cardiovascular cure. If they can produce more and be more efficient, what's going on? Well, black subjects did not produce enough of the amino acid L-arginine to complete the process, and thus produced a superoxidant known as peroxynitrate, which actually increased the cardiovascular disease and cancer 5 times. What he concludes is what is amazing is that this system had great potential to produce nitric oxide and be corrected very efficiently at a relatively early age. That's right. Now he goes on to say that someday a pharmaceutical company will come up with a drug that will answer this lack of arginine. Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is simple. Seize the day. Dr. Louis Ignarro says, hey, you do not have to wait for the rest of the world to see the light and the drug companies to put a new nitric oxide-based prescription drug on the market in order to take advantage of what it has to offer. Even if you have high blood pressure or have suffered a heart attack or stroke or have diabetes or anything else, you can beat the odds. The power to lead an entirely new and healthier life is in your hands. Carpe diem, seize the day, start boosting your nitric oxide today. Ladies and gentlemen, he was interviewed recently and asked, why did you write this book? And this is what he had to say.
The main reason I wanted to write this book is very simple. I spent 30 years of my life doing research, making contributions to the discovery of a very important molecule, nitric oxide, that serves to protect the cardiovascular system against disease. Okay, put very simply, the lay public does not read the papers I publish in the scientific journals. How do I tell 2 billion people out there that this is what they should be doing to protect themselves against cardiovascular disease? And so one of the ideas was to try to write a book, a good book, perhaps a bestseller if I'm lucky. And perhaps with that as a start, I can begin to communicate with the people out there in the rest of the world to try to follow my plan for the development of cardiovascular protection and a longer life.
The solution is simple, ladies and gentlemen. The answer is arginine. When it improves your circulation, it improves healing throughout your body. Now the question is, how much arginine do we need? Well, according to Dr. Louis Ignarro, who is rather an expert on this, he recommends 5 grams. Now 5 grams is a maintenance dose. That's for prevention. If you had cardiovascular issues, you might need 10 or 15. Well, 5 grams at a health food store is 58 pills, which would run you approximately $110 a month. However, we have put it in a new formulation that 1 glass a day, 1 ounce, will actually give you all you need. Arginine is safe to take with cholesterol-lowering drugs, aspirin anticoagulants, calcium channel blockers, digitalisase inhibitors, beta blockers, antiarrhythmics, diuretics, antidepressants. Do not take with nitroglycerin. It's the only drug you have to be careful of. Most people do not take nitroglycerin. They might have it in their pocket in case they need it. But if you are taking nitroglycerin, you have to be very careful. Second thing is, do not stop taking your drugs. You need to work through a process with your doctors. You can take this product, arginine, with anything. Just work with your doctor and he will slowly take you off of all of those prescription drugs.